Hello, everyone. Welcome to this video. Good morning. Hello. This is Tuesday, August 17th in the AM, and I am going to go over the astrology for the week ahead and discuss some of the downloads that I'm getting. This is a fantastic week, you guys. It's so exciting. Oh, hey, Troy. Oh, hello, everyone. Good morning. Guten Morgen. Yes, I do have my coffee here as well. I am back on the coffee because it's just absolutely delicious, of course. Okay, first of all, I'm actually getting this energy this morning. We might even pull tarot on some of this because I'm getting, but there's like a heated debate going on. I don't know if this is you or if someone else that you're involved in, but there's something like a heated debate. I don't know if you're arguing like a, hi, Claire's Diva, everybody. Good morning, guten Morgen. I don't know if you're in a debate with someone or if someone's trying to debate you about something, but there's like some heated debate. I keep getting this like in my head this morning. Okay, anyway, so let's start off with the week. So for context, Monday, yesterday, the 17th, we had the moon in Sagittarius conjuncting the South Node and then squaring Mercury and Mars in the sign of Virgo and making a sextile to Saturn retrograding in Aquarius. So Sunday night into Monday, and then Monday, all day Monday, there was something that I would say it's like a misconception. So, even over the weekend, there was probably, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, there was probably, because of the quarter moon and the ingress from Libra, from Venus into Libra, there was likely something that took you by surprise that you now see sort of differently. Something doesn't look like what you thought it would look like. And I feel like it's a more positive kind of surprise. So that was yesterday. And because the moon connects to that South Node, you really want to purge and just get rid of, what's this? Oh, it's my bag. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. You really want to purge out whatever is not, we already did it. So think about that. What were you kind of getting rid of in your mind, in your ideology? Because Sagittarius can definitely, a few other signs can be very specific and very like things should be this way, or I want it to look this way. This is idealism here. So that takes us into Tuesday, where we still have the moon in Sagittarius. However, today the moon is making a square to Neptune retrograding in Pisces. So there's still this disillusionment energy. And I'm actually getting today, Tuesday, this square, likely going to be a heated debate, because that's what I got. I wasn't even trying to channel anything, but just coming into this right here. So very likely there's going to be a difference of opinion, absolutely difference of opinion between you and somebody else today. And, you might be someone's going to be the moon in Sagittarius and someone's going to be Neptune retrograding in Pisces. So someone's going to be very either idealistic or have let me put it this way. So Sagittarius rules the 9th house, and that is like law, broadening your experience, your philosophy, how you figure out the meaning of life and what life even is and what it's about. But taking it into the 10th house, that's where Capricorn rules, and that's where Capricorn puts the best. It takes the ideas of that 9th house and puts it on its feet and actually enforces the law and actually creates the systems that these idealistic notions can actually live in. We can live in and work in these ideas in the physical form. So this moon in Sagittarius today, there's some, and it doesn't have to be like a structure. It could be any idea. It could even be like a feeling, and it's coming up against someone else or something else, because it doesn't have to be a person. This could be you breaking down on the side of the road and you're like, this is all within yourself, coming up against something that is, it's almost like you wanted it to, it's almost like on another level, and you're trying to push your reality onto reality. But this Neptune retrograding in Pisces, it's like the glasses are off, like the rose-colored glasses are off, and you just sort of have to face the truth, face the reality, face even your own misconceptions, even our own projections. It's like, wow, I'm getting like someone wanted someone to be happier, or someone wanted someone to be happy for them, or someone wanted someone to be accepting or open-minded or inclusive, and they're not, but you're like, there may be an example. Maybe it's this heated debate that you're coming up against that because you're talking about it for someone out there, and it's like you have to accept that someone's not going to be open-minded, that someone's not going to be inclusive, that someone's not going to be what you thought they believed in, living up to the ideal Sagittarius energy. So there might be a little, but it's just it's a transit. It will pass. It's just for today. It's just for Tuesday. So you need to know this though, because Wednesday is a big Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that starting tomorrow, it's all going to really get down, because Wednesday we have the conjunction with Mercury and Mars in the sign of Virgo. And this has been building for the past week. So look at the Virgo area of life, because this is where a lot of information has been coming through. And it's like, you're going to get some information, or you're going to talk to someone, or there's going to be something where you are either galvanized to action, where you're very inspired, you're motivated, you are lusty, you are turned on, or you are so enraged and you're very upset and angry, and you're upset and you want to do something about it. That perfects tomorrow, Wednesday. But we also have the moon entered Capricorn in the early morning hours, trining this Mercury and Mars in Virgo, and then squaring this Libra, this Venus in Libra. So Wednesday's a very interesting day, because on one hand, you have this really powerful connection. You have this powerful meeting of both Mars and Mercury, and in the sign that Mercury rules. So it's like Mars is really supporting Mercury. It's really about Mercury in Virgo, and then Mars just comes in to just light a fire under that. So if you've been thinking about something, talking to someone about something, having these conversations, and you've been needing that spark to get lit, you've been needing that fire, it's been building, and it could really culminate today or even tomorrow. Now, with the overlay with the moon in Capricorn, the moon in Capricorn is going to eventually conjoin Pluto, but for Wednesday, trining, it's like the moon is even adding even more support. So this is very visceral. Like your mind, your emotions, and your physical body are all going to be channeling this high pumped energy in the Virgoan area of your life. And so whatever you want to tweak, it's almost like you can't help yourself, and you just like go and clean the cluttered corner of your house, or you tackle the pile of paper on your desk at work, or you have that conversation with that family member that you've both been putting off, and you're like, no, I have to tell you this. We have to sort this out. The time has come, and we have to both be mature. We have to both come to the table here. This is important to me. It's important to you, blah, 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 X, Y, Z, da, 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 da. So we need this kind of energy. Otherwise, things just like don't get done. We need this energy to go and put the things that are in the 5D in our minds and in our hearts into action. That's what galvanizes us. So the moon in Capricorn is in its detriment. It's not happy in Capricorn. So there's likely going to be this sense of, we're doing this because it's the time. It's finally the right time, and we have to take responsibility for ourselves and our own happiness. And it's, like for instance, what I'm getting is like, if you need someone to be something for you, if you need them to hold space for you, if you need them to show up for you in some way, shape, or form, and they haven't been, or there's something weird about it, this is a great energy to address it, because this moon in Capricorn is going to emotionalize your intellect a little bit. And in the square to Venus, it's going to show you that this diplomatic approach to it, like let's all come to the table, is going to be a little bit, you just want to be careful that one side isn't more controlling or pushy than the other side. So it's like, if you're trying to have a conversation with someone you love, like, someone in your family or your spouse, someone you're married to, your kids, one of your kids, and say your kid's like a wild teenager, and you need to have like a real, like, you need to just, what you want to say needs to permeate, and you want it to sink in. You want them to really get it. You may find that they may try to skirt the issue, not even like in an angry way, but just in a more dismissive, what's that called with the monkeys? What's that called? It's where you don't want to look at problems. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. The hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. It's kind of like that. And Libra energy is like that. Like Libra energy is so partnership based and so partnership focused, because they use that so they don't have to focus on themselves, so they don't have to take a look at what they need to fix, so that they don't take a look at their own anxiety. So that's part of why they hyper focus on another person or their partners. So it's like that. But that moon in Capricorn is like, we got to do this. We have to come to the table. We have to sort this out. We have to talk about it, because that moon is trining the Mars and Mercury in Virgo. So look to the Capricorn area. That's been under so much transformation since Odd 8. Watch my Capricorn video once, an 800 year Capricorn energy. So Wednesday, it's like, that's when the information comes to a head. That's when the debate hits its peak. That's when the conversation has to happen. That's when you must implement and take action on something you've already been considering, already been thinking about. Things will be very, very clear. And it's been getting clearer and clearer. You've been already seeing it. So there's going to be something culminating today or tomorrow. Thursday. Okay. So as we get later into the week, you guys, it builds. We're building towards the full moon on Sunday in the sign of Aquarius. This is the second full moon in Aquarius. And I told you guys, the last full moon was July 23rd in Aquarius. And I said that was like the big sister full moon in Aquarius. And it's really true. And I analogize because my little sister also has her moon in Aquarius, just like I do. And I'm an early degree moon in Aquarius. I was born on the new moon, and she's a later degree moon in Aquarius. So the first full moon was in the earlier degrees of Aquarius, and that was with Saturn and Pluto. Very big sister energy. This full moon happening Sunday, August 22nd, is with Jupiter. Totally little sister, baby, youngest sibling energy. They just like, get everything, so that's what we have to look forward to. It's going to be a much lighter full moon, and it's going to be happy, expansive. Venus is trining Saturn, so whatever is culminating, whatever you're using this energy for with your free will, can actually stand the test of time. It can last forever. And what I love about Venus Saturn in harmony is that it gets better and better with more time. With more energy and focus and attention you put onto it, it gets better. It gets better and better. I want to sip this coffee. How are we doing in the chat, everybody? How's everybody feeling? Concentrate on deep breathing. Oh, I love when you guys help each other out. I love our little community here. Oh, it's such good vibes. Oh, I love it. Okay. Okay, so Thursday. Thursday is interesting because we have the Sun in Leo opposing Jupiter retrograding in Aquarius. We have this Sun Jupiter energy. And then we have that Mercury in Virgo trining Uranus in Taurus. Okay, so if you are an earth sign this week, leading up to the full moon, you are getting like a double dose of pleasure and fun and love and happiness and like all the good stuff. If you're a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, that's because there's trines happening here. So there's like grand trine energy, especially if you have any planets or points at like the 14th degree mark, give or take, 5 degrees on either side. So on Thursday, we have the Sun opposing Jupiter. We also have Mercury trining Uranus. We also have, this is the day that the moon will conjoin Pluto in Capricorn. It clicks. It clicks, it clicks, it clicks. It makes sense. You know what to do. You know what to think. You know what you want. You know what you care about. You know what's a priority. There's no such thing as not having enough time. There's no such thing as I don't have time for this, or it's just priorities. It's just what's a priority, because what is a priority will get done. So on Thursday, there's something that's going to click for you, and it could be having to do with priorities because we have Jupiter philosophizing the Sun, which is going to be your focus. We've been focusing on our Leo energy and our Leo sense of personal pride. We've been focusing on our allegiances, where our loyalties lie. We've been focusing on our self-expression. We've been focusing on opening our hearts up to give and receive love. We've been focusing on how are we honoring our own individual creativity. And so with Jupiter opposing this is like a meeting of the minds still a little, because it's very heady, very, very heady still. However, I really feel like this opposition is going to help you. I feel like you could be getting something from the past is what it feels like. And I feel like this thing from the past, it's going to be more of something that, okay, let me put it this way. There's going to be a second chance that we get at this full moon. Let me work backwards. Okay, so the full moon on Sunday, full moon in Aquarius, Jupiter's in Aquarius. The full moon will happen conjoining Jupiter. So Jupiter right now in the opposition, it's very important. It's very, it's we're basically putting everything together for the full moon on Sunday. So the full moon is a liberation point. It is when we take charge. And there's also this energy of a second chance. And this is your opportunity, you guys. This is your like grand opportunity. And you have this whole week. You have Tuesday to Sunday, Monday to take this chance. And let me give you some context. So, okay, there was an opportunity that you had. We all had. All of us had an opportunity. All of us missed this opportunity from December 2020 to May 2021, when Jupiter was in Aquarius. The Great Conjunction in the middle of December 2020. Then went retrograde, went back into Pisces. Now we're back in the game. So December 2020 to May 2021, there was a chance at something, and we all missed it. We all missed it because the energy was just different. The energy was different. It was different energy. We had to learn. We had to do what we had to do. But now we're here, and now this full moon is a second chance that we're not going to miss this time, because we've done the growing, because we've learned so much, because we've been processing and internalizing and philosophizing, and because we got a peek into what next year is going to be like with Jupiter and Pisces. So with that kind of a foresight, that advantageous foresight, there's an opportunity that's going to come back around for all of us. And it's been building. I mean, you've been feeling something. You've been okay. But to zero in, just look at the Aquarian area of your life and look at, and I'll talk about this more on it is on a Sunday. I'm trying to do like weekends, like I'm trying to work normal hours and do normal hours. But anyway, okay. So the full moon on Sunday, I'll talk more about it. And then of course we go into the 12 sign by sign breakdowns and take care of that. But just so you guys know, you're going to reach this point where you recognize the opportunity. And not only do you feel like you're going to take it this time, but you're going to have a lot of feelings and thoughts coming up about why and how you missed it the first time. And so I really want you to use Thursday with the sun going exact opposing Jupiter as that moment to do that and to help yourself philosophize and look at yourself sort of objectively and your life, and really, really look at where you maybe even had an imbalance. Because what this is about specifically is an imbalance between personal self-expression, making yourself happy and pleased with something, and then bending and getting rid of some of that energy so that you can fit into a group, so that you can dissemble, so that you can be part of the whole, which is Aquarius energy. There has to be a balance between being an individual and being part of a collective. And it's a very difficult balance. And in every single one of us, we all work through this in our lives and in our charts. Thursday, there's something coming to a head here where you need to balance this out. You've either been giving too much of yourself away, or you have been too selfish and you've been too self-centered and putting your ego before what's best for the group. So it's like, that's going to play out in different areas of life for you. So it's not necessarily going to be like friendship circles and as literal as I'm talking about it. This is financial for you. If these are happening in your financial houses, and it's your resources, like where and how have you been spending or investing these resources, your self-esteem, and XYZ. So use Thursday to really have a good think about it. Use Thursday to really think about December 2020 to May 2021 and see how you feel about that period of time, and see how you feel now and what's changed. Because the more you philosophize this, the more you need that alone time to process. First of all, you really do need time to think. I've seen so many dysfunctional relationships where someone doesn't let that happen for their partner. They don't let their partner just have a quiet moment to just like think. And they put this like constant pressure to be engaged in the conversation, to be engaged with them. And it takes their energy out of themselves. It takes them out of being able to really think and make up their mind or come to a decision. And it's like a weird form of manipulation. But anyway, so if that's happening, you need a boundary. You need boundaries to get your own like privacy, your own alone time to just like sit with it. Now, Mercury trining Uranus on Thursday is extremely exciting. So Uranus is stationing retrograde on Friday at 14 degrees of Taurus. Thursday, Mercury trines Uranus. Saturday, it's Mars. But on Saturday, it's different because Uranus will have already been stationed retrograde. So Mars is connecting to a retrograde Uranus, whereas Mercury is connecting to technically a direct Uranus, even though it's slowing down, like super slow. So with Mercury trining Uranus, this is like another liberation energy where you can just make a change. You can just make a decision. You can just decide like, I want to be happy and I just want what makes me happy. And I'm not going to worry about what that makes me look like to someone else. I'm not going to worry about being judged. I'm not going to worry about whatever someone may be worrying about. I don't know, whatever people worry about. And I'm going to set myself free. It's more like that. This is like freedom existing in your heart and in your mind. And when it's there, then you can make the changes physically. And I see that a lot. People will feel like they can't do something, but that's just like them internalizing some perceived outward pressure from like the world or society or their friends or their families. And they feel like they're in between a rock. Hold on for Carl. There you go. They may feel like they are in between a rock and a hard place, but that's just their perception. They're just not ready to. Here's what's funny. Okay. Everyone wants, let's say, take it politically. Everyone wants free will. Everyone wants to use their free will accordingly. They don't want anyone, none of us want anything restricting us. We want to be able to go where we want to go, do what we want to do, say what we want to say, think what we want to think. And yet we are still advocating for our right to also limit ourselves because we might fight so hard for a freedom that we're afraid to use. Because we're still making, but we need that freedom still. We still need to make that free will choice to act against ourselves. That's a free will choice. And if you're trying to go in and save someone and be some savior complex, you're taking that free will choice away from them. And you can't do that. I learned that the hard way. I was so, guys, I've been thinking about like my martial arts days. Because I grappled for the first, you can't see, I grappled for the first time in like so long. And so I've just been thinking about like that time in my life. And I just remember I was super like aggressive and super combative. And so I was like looking to fight. I was like looking, but I have ethics and I'm like love, truth, and integrity. So I was always like defending the little guy and always defending the marginalized and always just like, but like so angry and so upset about it. But I learned that's, maybe they're trying to learn a lesson. Maybe they're trying to learn to stand up for themselves. Maybe they're trying to learn how to figure something out, get out of their anxiety, get out of their head. If I go in and do the work for them, I'm taking that lesson, that opportunity away from them. It's crossing a boundary. It's crossing a boundary. And this is the number one issue that psychics have. For all of you baby psychics, for all of you empathetics, empaths, and even if you're just real sensitive and you just have a big heart and you just want to save everyone and love everything, this is the number one problem that psychics have. And if you guys have any issues or questions about this, email me thefirstartegan@gmail.com, or you can book a Zoom session with me and we can find a date and time and we can be live and we can talk about it. But it's crossing a boundary, and psychics don't really have boundaries because that's like how we get our information. So normally psychics grow up without the benefit of boundaries. We usually have parents that don't have boundaries, XYZ. And so, for you guys and for you sensitives, empaths, psychics, it will drain your energy and it can reduce your ability where you can't like do it anymore. It can make you overweight. It could make you overeat. It could make you crave carbohydrates because you're storing energy in your body. And that's why a lot of psychics die early. They die very young. Psychics usually have weight issues as well because of this. And it's difficult for psychics to have boundaries because because they feel it and they understand it and they know it. They know the damage someone's doing to themselves or their soul or the relationship, whatever. So very, very important. And what I love about Mercury trining Uranus on Thursday is that you could be liberated from this. You could be free of this. You could be free of thinking like you have to stay in a situation when you don't. When you don't. It's just in your head. It's just, okay, if you feel like you're in a rock and a hard place, between a rock and a hard place, you feel like you can't leave a situation or you can't make a different choice, you're not ready to use your freedom. You're not ready to be fully empowered and self-actualized and manifest and co-create with the universe because you're using this situation as your fence, as your cage. And you don't think that. We don't think that on a conscious level. We just think, oh, I have to do this for my mom. Oh, I have to take care of my grandma because I'm a nurse and, you know, my family doesn't want to pay for like a nurse to do it, so I have to do it. Boundary, boundary, boundary. And people that don't respect that, and if you're on the side where you give too much of yourself away, when you start to put up boundaries and you start to advocate for yourself, people will freak out and they won't like that and they'll have weird reactions and it'll test you. It'll test your resolve. It'll test your commitment to yourself, but it'll show you who they really are. It'll show you the people that if they're secure with themselves, if they're secure in their relationship with you, they will give you all of the alone time that you need because they're not worried that you're just never going to talk to them again. They're not worried about that. They don't think that way. So if people are not giving you guys your alone time or if they're not supportive of you just figuring things out, if you want to make a whole different lifestyle change and they're not on your bandwagon, you just need to know that. And a lot of times we put ourselves in these situations where we are feeling like we're in between a rock and a hard place, especially with people, like in our relationships, our marriages, our family relationships, because we also don't want to see that about these people. We want to keep believing that they have our best interests at heart. So we ignore red flags and we pretend we don't see it. We pretend we don't hear it. And that's also because we're not ready to take a stand for ourselves in those personal relationships. It's very disturbing. And you see the red flags before it comes to that moment. Thursday is the day to break out. Thursday is the day to break up with your spouse. Thursday is the day to leave your job. There's like whatever it is for you, like whatever or whatever is keeping you feeling restricted, inhibited. This is the time. And with the sun, this is interesting because you have this all happening like in the same period of time leading up to the full moon. But listen, you do the hard work now, you're gonna have a great full moon come Sunday. So with the moon conjuncting Pluto in Capricorn, there's no running, there's no hiding from your feelings. The world will turn very black and white for you. That's Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy is, let me get this for Al. Thank you. Thank you. The world, Scorpio energy is like black and white. It's like you're on my side or you're against me. It's like you are in or you are out. You love me or you hate me, or you believe in me or you don't. You're on my side or you're not. Like, where do we stand? What do you believe in? What do you care about? Because you know what I'm saying? It's so the moon, but it's harsh because it's Capricorn. So it's like, you're either feeling responsible for this and you're going to do something about it, or you're going to like run away and like not even, hold on. I just need to cross my legs here. Okay. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. Or you're not going to be able, or you'll like, the fear will be crippling for some people. Okay. Let's do that. So if you're on the side of like, you don't pay attention to astrology, you don't care, whatever, and this energy is happening, this will manifest, like the people in your life, this will manifest as like a complete, people are going to be blindsided. People are going to be blindsided because they don't understand what's happening in the lives of their family members, of their friends, of their spouses. And they're like, this is coming out of nowhere. What's going on? But it's very serious energy on Thursday with the moon conjuncting Pluto in Capricorn. It's like, just take it seriously. Just take yourself seriously in terms of your growth and what makes you happy and what changes and tweaks you need to make. Okay. So Thursday, I love Iranian energy. My moon and Mercury is in Aquarius. Of course I do. But it's like, you just have to break out. You're ready. And I've been saying this, like this week, Last week is these are the last really big changes before Uranus stations retrograde. And then we will be internalizing and processing and really just living in the changes that we've made in our lives. And guys, these outer planets retrograde every year for like months on end. So this is part of the cycle of life. It's part of the cycle of life. It's we have more going on because of like all the other stuff going on. But anyway, so something just clicks. Wednesday, Thursday especially, it just clicks. And your perspective changes. And you could be imbued with this energy of heroism. You are the hero of your own life. Have your main character moment. Always live that way. Like you are the main character in your movie. And why are you going to dim your light and make all of these concessions in your life to accommodate somebody else, to accommodate someone in your family, to accommodate a spouse, to accommodate a friend or a group that you're a part of, if it's to your detriment? It's not what you came here to do. It's not a way to live. The whole point is to enjoy the human experience and live as divine people, we're a consciousness inhabiting these bodies. So we should enjoy these bodies, but not, and we all pick our poison. We all like hurt ourselves when we go through all this trauma, whatever, but live it up Thursday, because something's going to click and you will feel like you have that heroism to take charge in a way where you can do so from a philosophized mindset, where you understand why and how you're having these important conversations and breaking away or breaking up. And it doesn't have to be a break up, it's a trine. So this could even be this could even be that you meet of the minds, that you and someone else click, you and someone else are on the same page. But you have to talk about it. You have to open up that conversation, because there is an opening here where it was previously closed. So take that opening and you could find that, oh my God, it's not even what I thought it was going to be. And we're like on the same page. We believe the same thing. We're thinking the same way. It can be very creative. Friday, Uranus stations retrograde in the sign of Taurus. It's coming together. It's all coming together. The moon moon's in Aquarius now, conjoining Saturn in Aquarius, trining Libra, trining this Venus in Libra energy. Mercury conjuncting Mars. Oh gosh, that's right. Okay, so Uranus retrograding in Taurus is trining this. I told you, remember guys, about that grand trine energy. This is reinvention of relationships, reinvention of the mind. You're cementing with the moon in Aquarius, with Saturn, you are cementing relationships. But here's the thing. The thing about this, if things are coming together in relationships for you, it's because you respect each other's freedom. It's because you have the same ideologies. It's because it's a very mental, heady type of connection. Not to say that it can't be physical, or actually not to say it can't be physical, but this is just something that you're taking very seriously with moon and Saturn in Aquarius. And in the trine into Venus in Libra, this is like if you are being diplomatic and someone's going to take advantage of that, earlier in the week, and you're trying to have like a healthy debate, and someone's trying to guilt you or whatever, and it's not working. That could be more like Tuesday, Wednesday. But later in the week, with the moon trining Venus in Libra, you're talking to someone, or maybe they cool off Tuesday, Wednesday, they think about it Thursday, and then on Friday you have a conversation with that same person, or it's a new conversation with a new person. But however it's working for you, you're both coming to the table and you're both respecting each other, where no one's trying to strong arm the other one, where no one's trying to project or like anything like that. It's very, very positive. And that's what helps cement the relationship, is that you're both being real and you're being honest with yourselves. And this can even be like, wow, I'm sorry, I got super jealous a few days ago, and I'm sorry, when you talked to me about this, it really triggered me and I didn't deal with it right, and I thought about it, and so Friday's a big day. When Uranus stations, any planet stations, that energy is really heightened. So there can be like one big surprise still in store for us. There could still be one big moment that shocks us. So look forward to that. It's what keeps life it's an adventure. Okay, and then Saturday is when Mars in Virgo trines Uranus in Taurus, but it will be retrograde. It'll be retrograde by this time. You're owning your own truth, first of all. Second of all, what I'm getting with this energy is that you're like fascinated. You're really fascinated by something like an idea or a job or a passion project or a person or your own life. There might be some area of life that you're just like really excited about or really fascinated. But I'm just getting like a fascination. Something like where maybe you're staring and you can't stop staring, or it could be a movie. I don't know what it's going to be for you, but I'm just getting like a fascination energy with this weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And, as Mars goes into trine Uranus on its own in retrograde, I feel like this is you taking that second chance. Is it, well, oh, hold on. Wow, is it possible to see your real aura through this screen, Natalie, while you were glowing in green, dark, pink, and yellow? Thank you. Oh my God, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Real quick, the aura. You need like a white background or in the sunlight, and you spread your little fingers and you look between the webbing of your fingers. And then when you see like that outline, that like the little waves, and you just give it a shake. Hold on, I can't, because I'm like right here, but you just give it a shake and you start to see in between the webbings and looking for, okay, little aura digression. But yeah, Saturday looks really freaking fun to me. The moon's going to be in Aquarius. Fun. And yeah, I just feel like you're taking the second chance, like you're taking action. But it's something from the past. It's something that you missed. It's something that you overlooked. It's something that you could not act on because of your own limitations. Whereas this full moon now leading up to this, you're freeing yourself of your own limitations. Sun opposing Jupiter. You get it now. You're not afraid of using your freedom. This is like, they go to Auschwitz, they open the gates and everyone just stands there. This is like the animals. You open the gates, you just stand there. You're used to being in a certain restriction. Familial structures, what you learn from your parents subconsciously from 0 to 3 years old, and playing out in your romantic relationships, what society has taught you about people, what society wants you to believe about men, about women, about relationships, about work, about life, about living life. All of that we have to unravel to be authentic, to be really true and make conscious decisions out of free will. But in order to use that freedom 100%, we have to acknowledge and understand the false programming. And we have to go there. That's why it's really hard to trust people that don't acknowledge any of that, because they're going to say things and do things in their behaviors that are subconscious, and it's something else driving them. It's their fears, their pains, their projections. And so it's like, let's not worry about other people. You're freeing yourself of it. Some one of you out there, hopefully all of you, are going to use this energy to really just maximize the second chance. Because if you do, this Jupiter energy is going to just, it's going to be great. Sunday, the full moon, the sun will enter into Virgo as well, but we have Venus trining Saturn retrograding in Aquarius. So this could be, if it's relationships for you, this is really nice. This is a really nice culmination, because this is something, and this could even be like you're becoming more intimate with someone. This can even be a breakthrough with a family member if you're like in family therapy or something. So like use this. This is liberation. This is change. This is breaking out of that mold, breaking out of that stagnancy. You're ready for it. You were afraid to before. You weren't ready to like walk out the gate. You still had fears. You still had, the subconscious programming. But from like June till now, you had a taste of what next year's going to be like. And you saw like, you know what? It's not going to be so bad. It's not so bad. Why was I scared? Why was I so apprehensive? Oh, it's because when I was 7 months old, my parents had a freaking crazy row, and or whatever it was. And you're not thinking that consciously, but there was something there. Okay. So you're making the changes. This is the second chance coming around from, I'm telling you, really think about it. Look through your camera roll, go through your emails, go through your text messages. If nothing's coming up, I'm sure something's coming up for you, but if nothing is, go through that backlog. December 2020 to May 2021. You're not going to miss it this time. So don't stress out. You're going to know by Sunday, you're really going to know how you feel and what you think because of all of these other transits. I would say it's Wednesday, Thursday is really when it really starts to take off. So this is a fantastic opportunity. If you jump on it, if you can jump on it and you do jump on it, it is going to be working out beyond your wildest dreams. And it will produce these either good feelings, like in a relationship, if you're using this in your relationships, or financially, it'll create more money for you long term. Or if this is an investment in yourself and you're putting this into personal growth, it's going to be like better and better the more you, the longer you're living and working on all this stuff. Like, so however you're using this, whatever's fascinating you, it's going to just get better and better. But you've got to acknowledge where you need to liberate yourself from a mindset or a situation or a relationship with someone, and really accept, like, okay, I felt like I was in this rock and hard place because I wasn't ready to really use this freedom. That's really what it is. When we are fearful or jealous or projecting or trying to please our parents or our families or our friends or what have you, we're just not ready to be these independent free will agents, just like freedom. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about the any backlash. Don't worry about bad feedback. Don't worry about because if anyone is hijacking that connection with you and saying, giving you ultimatums or really fighting you on something that's really important to you, you just need to know who that person is. You need to know, and I said that already, but it's like maybe you're not ready to. You might not be ready for someone to disappoint you, like in a big way. So you've been putting a conversation off. You've been doing this off because you're like going to see it. They're going to disappoint you. You're trying to give them more time, but you're just stalling, procrastinating because you're not ready. You're not ready to set yourself free. Are there any questions? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Okay, so since I was supposed to do this yesterday, I'm sorry. I'll take you to Tuesday. So Monday, the 23rd, Moon's going to be in Pisces. Tuesday, the 24th, we have Mercury in Virgo opposing Neptune in Pisces, retrograde. So this is also another energy where we are needing to have discussions and needing to continue the conversation to take down the fallacies, to take down the misconceptions, to take off these rose-colored glasses and to really organize things and be realistic and be true to ourselves. And when I say true to ourselves in this context, I mean what works for us logistically, Virgo energy, what's practical, what makes practical, logical sense, and what works for us spiritually and emotionally and our mental health. So that's where you're going to want to focus Monday, Tuesday, is finding a balance between what works for you spiritually and what you can change and organize and maneuver practically, physically, reasonably, sanely, realistically, because we want to always balance being realistic and present in our physical world with the fact that we are these consciousnesses that drive these avatars and these meat suits, and that we're divine and we're super spiritual, and that there's this whole other life that we have, a private life of energy work and magic. And that's why my class is practical magic. It's like the practical part of it and using the magical part of it together. You don't want to be too like sometimes we have lifetimes like we live like a monk and you just ignore everybody and just be like totally out there. But we don't want to be super over invested in the physical where we forget our spiritual life. So it's like, it's got to be balanced. You're doing that Monday, Tuesday, and reconciling any imbalances that are there. Also in the mind, if you have criticisms and if you have doubts and fears, reconciling that with trust. This Monday, Tuesday, you could be tweaking out. If you tweak out, if you have anxiety or something, you could be totally tweaking out, never feeling like you are secure, never feeling like never feeling like really trusting of a situation or a decision or a conversation. You could just, there's a point where you just have to trust. There's a point where you have to surrender to the universe or God or whatever you want to call whatever it is. So there might be something that comes up against the part of you that wants an assurance against the part of you that wants the warranty, against the part of you that wants to know, against the part of you that, you know what I'm saying? That's what Monday, Tuesday could be for you guys. Okay. This was good. Let's go ahead and just get one cover and cross about this debate energy. It's kind of gone now. Actually, talking through this with you guys, I don't really, someone making a big decision in love, choosing a partner, choosing a person. This right here is all about making the right choice, making the right choice. And are you even self-aware enough to make the right choice? Ooh, again, looks like you know the decision. All right, what's this week ahead? The Fool. No matter what, everything's gonna be fine. If you have to take a risk, it's gonna work out. If you have to take a leap of faith, it's the right choice. Whatever this is for you. This is so perfect for the Jupiter energy too with the full moon in Aquarius. Do it. Do it to it. This is having the blessings of the universe. Like you just can't do any wrong with the Fool. This is like the person that just learns how to play and they win all the games. It's lucky. It's a very lucky energy. It's like the one lucky. So this is a lot of tarot readers' favorite card in the deck. I have a lot of people that know about the tarot. It's like their favorite card. People love the Fool because of that, because it's just like this, like you just have the support of the universe. You just have this like wind beneath your wings. This is, okay, I'm gonna get a little heady here, but this is the spirit before it jumps down into a physical body, into manifestation. There's just something that you're beginning here. There's something that might be immaterial that you're bringing into physical reality. Oh my God. The 5 of Pentacles and then the 10 of Cups. Oh my God. You don't want to be alone anymore. You don't want to be going without anymore. You're doing this because number one, there's perfect human love, perfect human happiness. There's a great connection at work. There's a great business partner right there. There's, you want peace with your family more than, okay. If this is peace with your family or a family member, this is because you're taking a leap of faith because you want to be happy more than you want to be right. You want to be happy. You want to enjoy the relationship more than you want to prove your point. You want the connection more than you care about winning an argument. That's maturity, actually. That's pretty mature. So if that's the way that's working for you, there's that. This 5 of Pentacles, there's this feeling that you just don't want to be left out. You don't want to be left out in the cold. There could be like a fear of abandonment that has been keeping you from taking a leap of faith or keeping you from following your higher guidance. But you know what? This is just a minor arcana. This is a major arcana. So the major arcana is stronger and the Fool's going to be stronger anyway. Like whatever other cards were here, the Fool would have taken the lead. The Fool would have been the stronger energy. So it's just interesting that we're getting this insight that you just didn't want to, you or someone you're connecting to. God, it's also a fear of rejection, keeping you or this person from taking that leap of faith, or that it's not going to work out eventually. You're too heady, getting too much in your head about this. Now, you can look back at, maybe your parents divorced when you were 3 years old or what have you. Of course, there's a reason, there's a line of energy that leads back to the source of why you feel this way or why this person feels this way. But if this is resonating with you, especially if this is resonating with you this week, just know that you can take that leap of faith. You can take that chance. And you know what? For some of you, this is the missed opportunity that you didn't take. December 2020 to May 2021. And now you're ready to take it. Because you're like, damn, I should have done this. I wish I did this differently. You're looking back at moments in your life wondering, God, if I just made a different choice, if I just chose me over making someone else feel comfortable, like what did that get me? If I just chose what I wanted to do instead of making someone else happy, or instead of doing something that was good for my ego, what did that get me? Okay. This is exciting. I'm so excited for you guys. This is perfect with this full moon energy. You're ready. You are ready to be happy and you're ready to confront all this stuff and win. I want you guys to win. Okay, my loves. Today is another glorious day. I'll be doing weeklies. I'll be doing readings. I'll be doing transit trackers, destiny readings, all of those goodies. Like I said, send me an email if you guys have any questions, or you can directly book a Zoom session with me. It's over on the website. So, oh, yay. I love you guys. Have a great week ahead. I will see you again very soon. Until then, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.